Oh man, I just fumbled this. Man, I had this listing appointment scheduled today in the next hour and a half or so. Before that, and this is a listing appointment for like 460 to 500,000. Before that happened, my buyers called me and told me that they needed to meet today so they could get an earnest money check over to me for about 1,500, right? So this is for my buyer. We already have that contract under lock. It's already getting signed off today. I over here made a bad mistake. I reacted instead of responded. Told them, yeah, I would meet them today to get the earnest money check from them. And then I called my listing lead, my listing appointment, and told him I have to cancel my listing appointment for an impending event. And then he's like, oh man, just cut me a check right now. So he wanted to sell. And then after that, I thought about it. I was like, wait a minute. I could just tell them to drop off the check to me tomorrow, because it's not even for me. It's really for the attorney, just to make sure that he has his money, his deposit in for the contract. I got like 3 days to do that. And then I told the dude that we would just reschedule tomorrow. So I'm like, I really fumbled the ball. Because that listing appointment could have been like $15,000. And the check is a done deal, made deal. Like, so that is, talk about a conflict of intentions. Like, the real impending event was the listing appointment, and the distraction was the earnest money check. And I went for the distraction. Oh my God. I do that all the fucking time. Like, they could have just came tomorrow. Like, it really didn't even matter. They just need to send a receipt of the earnest money. I don't even need to meet them. They could just go drop it off to the attorney's office. And the listing appointment, I had already prepared yesterday for that. And just had the paperwork printed out right here sitting on my desk. Had the listing thing printed out. Had the buyer brokerage agreement, the listing agreement, everything printed out to go over there, give them this good presentation for like 560 to 580. And that motherfucker would have sold. And I fumbled it. I fumbled the play. I fumbled my own play. Why? Why was I freaking out about the wrong thing? And it wasn't even like, the reason I was freaking out was because I already know these people more than I know the new guy. But the new guy is new money. And I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna get this new money. I'm gonna stick to the plan. And then I even tried to like call for help. I called my broker, call another agent, call a second agent. It was already too late though. I had already made a bad mistake. I'm gonna listen to this again and over because I fumbled it on, seriously. I really did. And like, cause even if the appointment didn't go well, I should not be pushing off my listing appointments for anything. That's the bread and butter of the whole business. That's the jackpot of the whole business. The bread and butter is the door knocking, which I did today, which is how I got the listing appointment. So it's like all that work was just for like, oh, well, I'm gonna just brush it off till tomorrow. Like, I'm not like, it's not even like I'm not hungry enough. That's some stupid phrase my dad would say to describe this poor decision. I'm not calibrated enough. Like, I'm not like going into action enough to see like, okay, this life of mine is an action adventure. And I just went with the action part and I missed the adventure of continuing down with the path of the plan I already set for myself. I was like, oh, I just jumped into action and was like, oh, let me put everything aside for this thing. Even though I already was on an adventure of getting this listing, going and doing the door knocking, everything involved with that. So I guess that means I like action more than adventure in some ways. In some ways, no. The other thing is I passed out like 100 and, I don't know, like 90 something business cards or something like that. I don't know. I finished the neighborhood. I finished that whole map. It's got like 600 homes in it. So I only got 150 business cards left. So I'm gonna go finish the other neighborhood tomorrow. I'm gonna meet up with them around this time tomorrow. Get the earnest money check and get it dropped off to the closing attorney. I'm gonna listen back to this because I'm making real progress, and I dropped it. I dropped it like a hot potato. Oh my goodness! Like, then I sent him a text. I was like, oh man, like I had scheduled the impending event. Can we still meet for our schedule? It was some lame makeup text. Like, oh my goodness, man. This is stuff that destroys careers. The type of stuff that's like, oh well, you just passed on a $15,000 deal to get a $1,500 check that's not even yours. To be a mule boy over being a listing agent servant. Why? Where's your self-esteem? Where's your dignity? Where's your pride? Where's your salesmanship? Sell yourself. Oh, why you're even doing this? You're not doing this to be picking up earnest money checks. You're doing this to be moving the ball down the court with people who are looking to buy and sell. The ball was already on my side of the field. I was already going to be moving with the people with the earnest money. I was going to be moving the ball down the court with the new listing. I already know I need a deal next month for August. Like, dang, man. This is not good. This is not good at all. This is trash. Like, this is trash behavior, trash performance. It's like if this was a sport, I'd be on the bench right now for literally missing the game-winning shot. Like, I needed this appointment for next month, for this month. I don't care about nothing. That was the only real solid listing appointment all month. Literally all month. I don't know what's wrong with me. Dang. That was so foolish. It didn't even make sense how I literally just got so excited. Like, oh, I got this other thing. Let me just cancel everything. These are the type of mistakes I can't make. Man, other than that, I got my other business cards in. I still got 100 business cards to give out this week. I got 50 more business cards. That'll total up 1,050. I done gave out 900 business cards so far. There will be more. Next month is going to be another challenge because I'm making it hard on myself when I already have this stuff in the bag. Oh my goodness. Like, I don't know why I'm glitching. I'm literally glitching right now. This type of stuff is, I gotta pray about this. Like, I realized today that many times my logic actually is what throws me off. And my emotions are what keep me in the game of doing real estate. Because like yesterday, I realized I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and get my broker's license and take the course and just pay for it and just do the 60 hours. And then be a broker. And then then I realized, I was like, it's my logic, reasoning. Like this decision that I just made was an error in logic. It didn't make any sense. What? Oh, pass up on the bigger opportunity for the guaranteed thing that can be delayed. I even have a whole thing that's like, what's urgent, what's important, what can be delayed, what can be delegated. I need to go back and keep using this because clearly I'm like spazzing out. Urgent and important dichotomy. I either need to do it, schedule it, delay it, or eliminate it. This thing with the earnest money check, it's not important, but it's urgent. Because I only have 3 days to turn it in. So I can delay that for 3 days. This listing appointment is important and it's urgent. That's why I scheduled it for today. No. Yeah, it's urgent. No. It's important, but it's not urgent, which is why I scheduled it for today. Passing out the business cards is important and it's urgent. That's why I do it all the time. The thing I scheduled, though, should not be not scheduled. Like, it should not be rescheduled. A program of future events or appointments. A plan allocating work and specifying deadlines for a project. A table, no. So literally, I'm not sticking to my own plan. This is like the hardest part that I keep running into of having weak character. A weak character is what creates these type of problems where I'm like, oh, let me go for a lesser appointment because they called a day when I already had this major appointment, this big fish over here ready to go, and he's talking like, oh, just cut me the check right now. And even if I do reschedule it, or if I get lucky enough to reschedule it for tomorrow, I just wasted my life of a poor decision like I just made. Like, this crap is unacceptable. It's middle of the year, and I'm literally, my goal is one deal a month, man. This deal would have been one deal for next month. Oh my God. I'm like, my capacity. I thought I had the capacity. I had the listing agreements on me. I had the buyer brokerage agreements on me. I had my notepad. I had my business cards. But the mental capacity is not there. Because get this, around the same time I made that poor decision, my project manager partner called me and told me about some of the decisions he made without me in the project management project. So not only do I not have the capacity, he also does not have the capacity. So with me doing all of this stuff, I can't get anything off my plate until something either breaks, because I got to get some more money for the broker's license test. I can't get the cars off my plate until I get more money. The project management gig, I'm scheduling people, but I have to make time to schedule that like right now or whenever he calls, because he's like making decisions. Like, we were supposed to meet and not talk about what he did. Like, that's the point. I sent him a message. Like, he's not really intelligible, or he doesn't really communicate. He doesn't communicate very well. So he doesn't communicate well at all. So it makes it hard for me to say like a check-in is like, oh, like we should meet in person, or we should talk about what it is we're doing. Not, oh, this is what I already did. Like, so that makes it hard for me to like have to try to interpret whatever it is he's talking about. So it's hard for me to get all this extra projects off my plate when I'm like stuck in a limbo of, even though I did clear out this stuff out of my house and out of my life earlier this morning, I obviously need to clear out some more stuff. Like, maybe I could sell one of the cars, or I really don't want to, because those are prized possessions. Or I could just work harder, you know, take the L on this deal. Obviously, I can only have the capacity to handle one deal at a time, regardless of the size of it. Learn the lesson, come back next month, and do it all over again. And then when I get the chance to drop the projects, like the project management project, and get paid, or finish putting money into my cars and get those finished, then I'll be able to handle more than one deal a month. But right now, I'm trying, and it failed. Like, clearly it failed. I made the wrong decision, made the wrong call, and I'm supposed to be the leader. Can't be making a. This is like it was a new money call, and I was like, oh yeah, come back later. What is wrong with you, man? Don't appreciate the opportunities. I need to show gratitude for everything I'm given, everything I worked for. Like, I literally grinded for this freaking appointment, man. This dude was like the first house on the third day of the week over in like the third neighborhood that I went to. So I'd already given out like 600 business cards before I even talked to this guy. I think it was like 800. That's like all that freaking work just for what? To go pick up a check that I'm just gonna deliver to somebody else because they called in the middle of the day. Like, it's not clicking. Like, that didn't make any sense. That was a wrong, illogical, irrational decision. The impending event was fabricated. I have a fear of success. I should have went and got that new money, man. Dropped the list of, dang. $15,000 down the drain. Good thing I got another 1,000 business cards. This is not good. This is depressing. Like, this was the deal I needed for next month. One deal. This is my one deal this month. Let it slip.